A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grafton Bar in Fort Portal District. We are close to 300 kilometers midwest of Kampala in the East African country of Uganda. This venue today and tomorrow is the host for the 5th edition of the Grand Open Polo Championship, organized by the Polo Association of Uganda in conjunction with the Toro Polo Association. Where we are, matches are ongoing on 6 tables. We have almost 4 tournaments in one. One of them is this that you are watching, the ladies event of the Grand Open Championship. We are having a match between Sandra Ampire, the ladies that you are watching in front of your table. She's taking on Gorretti, Kabasinguzi. The other event out of 4 in 1 is the men's edition of the same event that has close to 100 players also competing on about 4 tables as I speak. There is another edition that has masters who are players over the age of 40. We also have juniors who are players who are the age 17 and under. And to present you this action in audio, my name is Simon Peter Chebe. Welcome to the stream, and live commentary is resuming shortly.
Simon the computer, look for the secretary, women affairs.
As the scoreboard is getting updated, please remind you that Sandra is leading 1-0 against Gorretti. For identification, probably some of you may not know these players. Sandra is the lady queuing right now. She's now a player with Silverback Pool Club in the Ladies Pool League. Gorretti plays in the Topper Pool League, the Toro Pool Association Pool League in the district of Fort Portal, and she's supposed to be the host player. However, the lady that is supposed to be away from home, Sandra, is now leading by 2 frames to 0. They are playing a race to 4 in not more than 35 minutes. Yes, by the way, the ladies do have the #1 ranked female player in Anka Sheila as defending champion. The men have Habib Sabugozi as defending champion. We are having masters in this event for the very first time in its history. Masters are players above the age of 40. That's a void break from Gorretti. She's called Nancy. They say because she's a nurse and they just make the name a little bit fancy and they call her Nancy. Sandra is simply nicknamed Sandy, also from Sandra. Gorretti is player and resident within this town where we are. A city called Fort Portal, and she's the best female player around. Sandra plays with the Silverbacks Pool Club in the Ladies Pool League, the mainstream league of the Pool Association of Uganda. Last time out that Gorretti was participating in a tournament, it was in Mbarara, at the Grand Open of the Ankole Pool Association. She reached the round of last 64. Ladies playing alongside men, being head started with +1 in a race to 4, and she lost quite honorably to Mark Mochibi by 4 frames to 3. Actual score was 3-3 because of the +1 with which she was head started. Sandra seems to be playing quite well today. It is going to be action-packed the whole of today, and yes, the whole of tomorrow. We are going to be having 4 different winners in one big event. It is the first singles championship of the Pool Association of Uganda this year, 2025. Lots of other events are coming up for the association. Of course, the big one later in there, the National Open Pool Championship. Expectation of the King and Queen of the Table Championship, the Pool Queen Championship, coming up next weekend in the northern city of Kitgum. The Pool League, which is ongoing, events of the national teams amongst others. Now, Gorretti gets a chance to have at least a free shot. Sandra has to be very careful with the complacency. Both players, by the way, like to go for the game. They like to be attack-minded, but for today, Sandra is showing that she's a little bit more composed and a little bit more accurate. And of course, when you lead by 2 frames to nil in a race as short as 4, you also have time on your side, because you can decide to win outright by winning 4 frames. You can also sometimes kill off the pace of the game as long as you play each shot within the stipulated time limit, and you can be good to go. By 2 frames to nil, Sandra Ampire once again leads against Gorretti Kabasinguzi. She's having the lion's share of the fan base for the obvious reason. Great that she is the home girl. By the way, Sandra as well, while she's resident and player in Kampala, she's born in the district. So both players are pretty much home. But for Sandy, as she's called, most of these fans don't know her. She's trying to claim a foul. By the rule, it can only be a foul if the frozen ball was declared before the shot was taken and declared by the umpire, and most of the time in agreement with both of the players. She nonetheless gets to support Sandra. needing to put the straight to the center pocket, which she does, having one ball left on the table, that is the black. And from the position of the cue ball, you think she'll be playing it to the center pocket of the cushion. A little bit lucky. Unfortunately, white ball is sunk. She loses the frame. Gorretti Kabasinguzi 1 and Sandra Ampire 2. This one could be the chance for Sandra to win a third. I believe if she does win this one, then the time left will be so little for Gorretti to play catch up. For Gorretti, the white Sandra has given to herself will be a reason why Gorretti will be anticipating something in this match. Probably this could be an equalizing frame. Now it is heavily poised in favor of Gorretti. Sandra is having one red on the ball and is seemingly snookered partially. Yes, she can see it, whether or not in full. Can't really tell from this camera angle. Yes, she puts. And what a shot, most especially after the resulting white. It was more skill than... Oops. It is complacency. It is a lapse of concentration. It is counting your chicks before they catch, considering yourself to have won a frame when the black is not yet potted. Sandra doesn't believe what is happening to her. And Gorretti, despite the fact that she went 2 frames down, is not a bad shooter at all. She's having this one last yellow. She's playing the white ball quite well. She's just taken a very deep breath. We'll simply want to roll it to the corner pocket on the top left, and then that will be it. This one is the equalizing frame Sandra concedes. It is 2-2 between Gorretti and Sandra. One of the frames which, if you lose and it makes you lose the match, the trip back to Kampala as a player becomes even very, very, very longer. Time left has just been announced at 15 minutes to go. Can be enough to play the rest to photo completion if one of these players wins 2 frames in a row. Enoch Nwagaba, you want an update about Dog City? Dog City did play his match in the first round. I remember him winning. And I believe that the first round for the men's category is done, and we are having now 64 men left in this competition. The ladies are still shooting out in their first round. The tournament does end around 10 p.m. tomorrow. And yes, today is the 1st of March 2025, the streaming date. We shall have winners on the 2nd. She's finding herself, Sandra, having to play catch up, most especially the carelessness with which she played the black when she had the opportunity to make it 3-1. In the nick of time after that miss, Gorretti making it 2-all. Now it can be anyone's game, this one. The other news is that all the umpires that are serving in this competition are umpires of the Toro Pool Association. Umpires who normally officiate the matches that happen in the Toro Pool Association Pool League. And by the way, Grafton Bar and Restaurant is just as you move out of the town of Fort Portal, the road that goes to Kasese. It is on Kasese Road. And these are some of the places which you need to be at someday if you happen to be in Uganda. Quite historical, with the Toro Kingdom headquarters, palace, the very cold night weather in the town, of course, being on the slopes of the mountain Rwenzori. The very loving people, very hospitable. They are ever jolly. This tournament is organized proudly
10
by the
minutes to
Pool
go.
Association of
The
Uganda.
following players get ready. Center table. Number 1 is Michelle Hadia Luwanga.
Also, after this match, we shall be having more action in the ladies' event. Hadia Lwanga and Michelle Chamugisha coming up on one of the tables. And then a match in the men's action. Felix Biamakama taking on Charles Segawa, also coming live next.
Sumaya Namte, table 2. Table 3, Joram Navasa, Emmanuel Ahimisiwe, table 3. Table 4, the Masters category, Atrod Asobola, Patrick Morocco, table 4, the Masters, and table 5 in the juniors, Paul Kato, Herbert Nsamba.
Sandra will be having the little problem of the positioning of the black ball. She moves the white ball just a little bit too closer to the black. She'll probably contemplate playing combination. Pot black in the same pocket where there is the yellow. Oops! She found a way to contemplate the black just in between the yellow and the jaw of the corner pocket on the top left. A well finished frame. She regains her lead 3-2.
We have Jerome Navasa versus Emmanuel Ahimisiwe on table 3, the men's category. Michelle Nandawa Adia Luwanga on the center table. Segawa Charles.
And the Grand Open Championship was a calendar event that was introduced to the Polo Station of Uganda calendar in the year 2022 at Port Itiban Restaurant in Kampala. Men's event being won by Bwanika Mansur, the inaugural event, and the inaugural ladies event being won by Rashida Motesi. Oops. Allow me to correct myself that was edition number 2. The very first edition was in 2020, right before the onset of the COVID breakdown at Lomas Bar in Kampala. The only similarity is that the inaugural men's event was won by Mansur and the ladies event was won by Rashida. So both Mansur and Rashida in 2022 were able to defend their championship successfully, because in 2021 the tournament was not held because of the obvious reason, COVID. 2023 the event was won by Joseph Kasozi with victory over Caesar Chandiga in the final, while the ladies event in 2023 was won by Rashida Motesi with victory over Rita Nimosima in the final. 2024 is when Anka Sheila won the ladies event for the very first time, and then the men's event was won by Habib Sabuguzi with victory over Joseph Kasozi in the final, as Sandra misses out on the black as she presents an opportunity for Gorretti to try and play equalizer again.
For the seniors and juniors, I need proof of your age. Juniors, you must be 17 and your masters.
With that miss,
40
this could be the last shot of the match. As long as Sandra is on target, she has to be wary of the white ball. Black is off target.
6 minutes to go.
Advantage Gorretti.
Shut up.
The white ball is so close to the yellow. Depending on your viewing angle, it could even look touching. It is not. Gorretti is on target. And the fans are already clapping for her. They are probably anticipating that this one will be an equalizer, that these two will play out a decider. Now on the last yellow, positioning of the black ball is a little bit too tricky. The yellow is done. Gorretti on the black. We will want to put it to the center pocket, either direct on the right or off the cushion by banking it to the center pocket on the left. This is the shot. She decides to wait a little bit, make herself calm, concentrate, takes a very deep breath and tries again. Off target. Sandra misses as well. Where with the white ball stop, it is almost frozen against the cushion, but here Gorretti could be okay. She's looking at the black with a closed left eye, wanting to put it to the corner pocket. My goodness. Brilliantly on target and brilliantly equalizes. We have a decider.
4 minutes to go. Paul Kato, Kabasinguzi on table 5. Atop Azora, Patrick Morocco on table 4. Joram Navasa, Emmanuel Ayimisiwe, table 3. Michelle Nadawa.
This one will be the last frame of the match without a shadow of a doubt, because it is a rest of 4 and these ladies are now going 3-3. After that dry break, Sandra gets to close the table and is playing the yellows. It has been a match in which she has been playing not so badly, but has been quite error prone in her offensive play. 2 of the 3 frames that she has lost have been due to failure to put relatively easy blacks. That is why we are in this kind of situation. And if Gorretti is able to win this ongoing frame, it will be the only time in the match that she will be in the lead, and it will be at the end of the match, which is what really matters anyway. Like Sandra has been doing all match long, she goes for attack and sinks in 2 yellows. Sorry, a white ball and a red. It is a foul in the same shot in which the ball she played it dead. Her own yellow is dead. Another yellow is positioned not so well. She is in clear trouble, and trouble with a capital T. And Gorretti seems to be having a very good understanding of the game now, forcing Sandra to play under pressure. And out of such, Sandra could be headed back home right after this ongoing frame, which with the time left it will be played to completion. No need going for speed pool penalties because they only... Gorretti has options. The safest one is the one she's now contemplating, because in the event that she doesn't put the red she's looking at, she also leaves it packed at the pocket where Sandra has her yellow. She puts, however, whether or not it's effective, we shall get to see, depending on who of these 2 ladies wins this ongoing match. She gets to snooker one of Sandra's yellow, the would-be-bad one. Sandra, like she has always been doing, takes very little time between shots. She'll be going for bank, off the cushion to the center pocket on the left. On target. She gets to face the black again for another time in the match. White may be a little bit slippery off the red. Sandra misses the black and misses it only just. Leaves it packed right at the pocket. And yes, Gorretti has 3 reds. White ball is just behind the one and only will be bad red, which is frozen against the cushion. This should be the moment that Gorretti reaches the round of last 32.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the time is up.
Where is the red going? Red is in. What Gorretti will be worried about is that the white ball is so close to the black for her own liking. The tournament director and umpire are speaking to each other. Oh! Sandra celebrates before the black is even potted. I've never seen celebrating her fisting the air with as much power as that. She wins the match. A very close encounter. Of course, they are friends in real life. They speak the same language. They are both born in Fort Portal. Of course, the fans at the venue were supporting Gorretti because she is resident, while Sandra is resident in Kampala. After a very hard-fought contest between these two ladies, it ends Sandra Ampire 4 and Gorretti Kabasinguzi.